Stranger Things is ending, and not everyone will make it out alive. Season 5 is shaping up to be the darkest chapter yet, and the signs, clues, and foreshadowing scattered across the series point to one heartbreaking truth: a major character will die. Today, we're breaking down the most likely victims, who's safe, who's in danger, and who the story has been quietly preparing us to lose from the very beginning. Starting off our list is a character who somehow became a fan favorite despite never being expected to. The quirky, conspiracy-loving, unlikely hero, Murray Bauman. Over the seasons, he's gone from shouting about Russian spies to stepping into the line of fire against armed guards and monsters. And it's exactly this rise from the background that paints a target squarely on his back. The writers have slowly given him more importance, more action, more moments that show he can solve problems when no one else can. And that arc hints at a heroic, heartbreaking end. Murray has always been brave, loyal, and willing to throw himself into danger without hesitation. And in Stranger Things, that kind of courage often comes with a price: a final, selfless sacrifice. Imagine him holding back a Demogorgon so the others can escape, or stepping into a deadly situation to protect the kids he's grown to care for, knowing it could be his last moment. Because in this world, even the heroes who seem untouchable are often the ones who fall when the stakes are highest. His loss would ripple through the group. Joyce would lose someone who always believed in her. Hopper would be reminded that even the bravest allies can fall, and the kids would feel the absence of their fearless uncle figure who always showed up just in time. For the audience, Murray's death would be devastating. The one who brought humor and hope when things looked darkest would finally confirm that no one, not even the characters we rely on for heart and levity, is safe. His fall would mark the cost of this war, a warning that heroism comes in many forms. And in Hawkins, even the unlikely heroes cannot escape the consequences of the final battle. Another key character at risk is Steve Harrington, the high school heartthrob turned unlikely hero whose journey has been one of the most satisfying arcs in the series. Steve started off selfish and arrogant, but over the seasons, he transformed into the dependable protector of Hawkins' younger generation, diving headfirst into danger to save the kids and becoming the backbone of the group. It's this evolution that makes him a prime candidate for a tragic end. In stories like Stranger Things, characters who have reached the peak of their arc, who have given everything and already found redemption, are often the ones who pay the ultimate price. And Steve fits that pattern perfectly. His bravery and selflessness have already been highlighted repeatedly, from facing the Upside Down to protecting Dustin, Robin, and the others. And in a season where no one is safe, that willingness to put himself in harm's way could cost him everything. If Steve dies, the impact would be devastating. Dustin loses the brother he never had. Robin loses the closest friend she's ever confided in. And the kids feel the absence of their guardian, the one who always showed up when danger loomed. His death would symbolize the loss of innocence, a final reminder that even the strongest hearts aren't invincible, uniting the group through grief and leaving a lasting void in the hearts of the audience, cementing Steve's legacy as a hero whose courage and loyalty defined an era of Stranger Things. Another character whose death would change everything is Vecna, the darkness that has haunted Hawkins for years, the mastermind behind much of the chaos that has consumed the town. Vecna isn't just any villain. He's cunning, methodical, and terrifyingly patient, striking from the shadows with precision and cruelty, leaving fear in his wake. From possessing the town's children to orchestrating destruction from the Upside Down, he has made himself the ultimate predator, touching nearly every character we've grown to care about and leaving scars in ways we may not even realize. Even now, wounded and cornered, Vecna remains a threat no one can ignore. His psychic power, knowledge of the character's weaknesses, and unrelenting cunning make him almost unstoppable. And yet, in a story like Stranger Things, the mightiest villains often fall because the heroes are willing to pay the highest price. A daring plan, a desperate risk from Eleven, or an unexpected intervention from Hawkins' survivors could finally end him. But it won't be simple. The timing, method, and sacrifices required could shock everyone. His potential death would carry consequences far beyond his own story. The town might breathe a sigh of relief, but the emotional impact would hit every character who has faced him. Steve, Murray, Joyce, 11, and the kids all would carry the weight of what it took to finally confront him. For viewers, Vecna's demise would be both shocking and cathartic, proving that even the most powerful forces are not untouchable, that evil can be defeated, but only at great cost, leaving the scars, heartbreak, and sacrifices to mark Hawkins forever. Then we have 11, the girl with extraordinary powers, whose journey has been defined by sacrifice, courage, and love for those she calls family. From escaping the lab to battling the Upside Down, 11 has carried the weight of Hawkins on her shoulders, often facing dangers no one else could survive. Her strength has saved countless lives, but the most powerful heroes are often the ones most at risk, and Season 5 may demand her ultimate act of bravery. 11's connection to the Upside Down, her psychic bond with Vecna, and her role as the group's primary protector make her a likely candidate for a tragic, selfless death. She may need to risk everything, perhaps even her own life, to shield her friends, close the portals, or defeat the darkness, once and for all. Her loss would reverberate through every corner of the group. Mike would be devastated, having lost the person who understood him more than anyone else. The younger kids would feel the absence of their strongest shield. And even Steve, Murray, and Joyce would carry the emotional weight of losing someone who repeatedly put herself in harm's way. For the audience, 11's death would be the ultimate testament to her journey, a reminder that in Hawkins, love, loyalty, and courage often come with the highest price. Another key character at risk is Hopper, the gruff, fearless protector whose life has been defined by sacrifice, loyalty, and unyielding love for those he considers family. From the very first season, Hopper has put himself in harm's way without hesitation, from fighting Demogorgons to taking on secret Russian operations, and his heart has always been bigger than his temper. Hopper's possible death could come as the ultimate act of protection, a choice to shield Hawkins, the kids, or even Joyce from an impossible threat. He may step into the line of fire one last time, knowing full well the danger he faces, because that is who he is, a man willing to sacrifice his own life for the people he loves. His story has always been about heart and heroism, and a final act like this would be tragic, fitting, and devastatingly emotional. The impact would ripple through every corner of Hawkins. Joyce would lose her partner and confidant, the kids, their guardian and mentor, and even 11 and the others would feel the full weight of his absence. For viewers, Hopper's death would be gut-wrenching, a stark reminder that in Hawkins, heroism has its price, and no one, no matter how strong or brave, is untouchable in the final battle. One whose loss would hit the hardest is Joyce Byers, the relentless, determined mother who has faced every horror Hawkins could throw at her and somehow survived, driven by love, instinct, and an unbreakable will. From Season 1, Joyce has fought tirelessly to protect her children, standing against creatures, government conspiracies, and the terrors of the Upside Down itself. In Season 5, Joyce may face a situation that demands the ultimate sacrifice, a choice to save others at the cost of her own life. Her unyielding courage and determination make her both a beacon of hope and a likely target for tragedy, as characters like her often pay the highest price in stories defined by stakes, loss, and heroism. The emotional impact of losing Joyce would be profound. Hopper would lose his partner, the children, their protector, and the group would feel the absence of a force that has always pushed them forward through fear and chaos. For viewers, Joyce's death would be shattering, a stark reminder that even the fiercest hearts are not immune to the costs of the final battle. Another key character at risk is Lucas Sinclair, the brave, resourceful, and fiercely loyal friend whose journey from a cautious, witty kid to a fearless protector has defined much of the group's survival. Lucas has always been willing to step into danger, whether it's facing the horrors of the Upside Down, confronting deadly creatures, or putting himself on the line for the people he loves. In Season 5, Lucas may be called upon to make the ultimate sacrifice, possibly to save Max, the younger kids, or even the group as a whole. His role as a protector and strategist could put him in the crosshairs of danger in ways that no one else can fully avoid. The impact of Lucas's death would resonate across the group. Max could lose the brother-in-arms who has always stood by her side. 11 would feel the absence of a trusted friend. And the younger kids would lose a steadfast protector who taught them courage under fire. For viewers, losing Lucas would be a gut punch, a moment of heartbreak that underscores the stakes of the final season and reminds us that in Hawkins, no one, not even the most resilient, can escape the consequences of the ultimate fight against darkness. Season 5 of Stranger Things promises heartbreak, heroism, and unimaginable sacrifice, and these 7 deaths would leave the town of Hawkins forever changed. Each loss carries weight, shaping the survivors, testing their courage, and reminding us that in this battle, no one is truly safe. Which of these deaths do you think will actually happen? Or is there someone else you're worried about losing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your predictions. And if you loved this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any Stranger Things theories, predictions, and deep dives.